Every year, thousands of Israelis journey to southern Israel to celebrate various events and activities. It's part of the famous Darom Adom, or Red South Festival. This year was not supposed to be any different, but then the Hamas assault of October 7th occurred.
It was cancelled a minute before it started. I and other people invested a lot of time to build the infrastructure to make a big production.
This year, the leading forces behind the Darom Adom decided to continue the tradition, which started in 2007, but to adjust it to the reality in the Gaza border area, which changed dramatically after the Hamas onslaught. But some residents of the south continued to protest the event, and most of it was cancelled, including the traditional race. One of the main opponents was Bar Hefetz, a resident of Kibbutz Nirim, where several people were murdered and kidnapped to Gaza.
We stopped our lives here. We have not been at home for 4 months now, and we won't be coming home for at least another 10 months. My picture of victory will be when my kids play here in the fields and when the hostages return home. When that happens, as far as I'm concerned, may all the Israelis come here and take pictures with the flowers. I'll be glad to host them.
Not everyone shares this point of view. Shimon Barak is the owner of the Barak Greenhouse, the biggest supplier of pelargonium in Israel, located in En Absor village near the Gaza border. His business was supposed to be a part of this initiative.
People from central Israel almost don't come here. We think that we need to continue to work in agriculture. If we'll stop our activities, it will be a reward for the terror. What you see here, all these flowers, were supposed to be sold to customers from all around Israel. But meanwhile, the Darom Adom, with all the money they spend on advertising, did not bring people here. During the week, the roads are closed.
Michal Juara is a ceramic artist and the owner of the Clay Bereshit studio. Her method, using a huge oven, is indeed unique and attractive. But following the cancellation of the Darom Adom, she'll also struggle.
We are all broken from the situation. The people that died and the hostages, there are no words to express it. But on the other hand, I feel that I have the right to maintain my business, just like in other places like Tel Aviv or anywhere else. Plus, I see that this year the small businesses which are taking part in this event are not from the Gaza envelope, but from places further away. The Gaza envelope is paralyzed, so we, the places near the Gaza envelope, are trying to bring life to the area. On the other hand, when someone tells me that something hurts him, I can't argue with him. It's an authentic feeling.
One of the main points of the opponents of the event is the fact that the organizers decided to stick with the name, which is associated with a festive mood, but also has a chilling meaning in the wake of October 7.
The event's main mistake was in keeping the title Darom Adom. At the end of the day, that name stands for a festival that's something happy, not just for the residents of the South, but for all Israelis. If they would have called off the festival and kept just 3 or 5 activities, like educational activities for schools, I don't think that anyone would have minded.
The director of the Darom Adom dismisses the allegations.
We hear different opinions. We hear all the voices. I don't think it was a mistake to have this event. We started to think about holding the event. We thought that by February we'll be in a different place, and yet we decided to bring a message of hope. The events we planned were much adjusted to the spirit of the time. I understand that the name Red South comes with a connotation. We tried to change this connotation by our publications and on our website. We didn't talk about a festival and picnics. We didn't invite people to the Eshkol region or Sha'ar HaNegev region, and definitely not to the open spaces there.
The event is also associated with the poppy flower, a common flower in the South, which now, like many other things after October 7, has become a symbol of death and mourning. In the ending, though, the tension surrounding the event just may be symbolic of the current situation in Israel.